KISS, Push, and Mobile First. A simple recipe for active online communities of practice. Communities of practice are groups of people who share a craft and/or a profession, where sustained dialogue and open-ended conversations take place. Knowledge workers in today. Knowledge workers in today's society are pretty much on their own because of the constant pressure by corporations to cut costs and benefits. No lifetime employment, little training provided on the job. Switch to freelancers and independent contractors. Medieval guilds. Professional management organizations are today's medieval guilds. We've had guilds for at least 1,000 years, and will have them for the foreseeable future. The professional management organizations play a critical role for these knowledge workers and society too. Highlights from report. Despite being exclusively for the members, the average association is not really self-supporting from dues. Downsizing of the corporation has reduced the budgets available for travel expenses to regional and national meetings. Over the past 20 years, membership organizations have evolved from face-to-face to virtual. Membership Marketing Benchmark report highlights these facts. A top benefit is networking with others in the field. A top benefit is access to specialized and/or current information. Only 38% of the revenues come from members' dues. Only 23% of the members travel to a face-to-face meeting. Biggest challenge is attracting and/or maintaining younger members. Biggest challenge is providing value for the members' dues. Paid virtual membership benefits. Keep up with people you have met face-to-face. Provide a water cooler where people can share what's on their minds. Ask questions, get answers. Lurk and learn. While what they share may not be knowledge, it can stimulate thinking, be a serendipitous connection. Online communities tend to be a winner-take-all category. Nobody wants to be in the second-best online community. Knowledge management is an important service that PMOs can provide. Free virtual internet benefits. Free is a nice benefit, but value is much more important. Clay Shirky. It's not information overload, it's filter failure. Clay Shirky. People want to spend time with like-minded individuals where they can get immediate help with doing their jobs. They want to learn from other people like themselves that are passionate about their profession. They want a strong leader, somebody they can trust to filter out the misinformation and scams that are so prevalent on the internet. They want to be connected to lots of people because it's more likely that another regular person like them is going to have the solution they need than somebody in an ivory tower. Because the internet has trillions of web pages, that makes it all the more valuable to have trusted people guide them in the right direction. Keep it simple, stupid. Challenges with large communities. Large special interest groups with thousands of members will exhibit bell curves in many different attributes. Aptitude, experience, motivation, shyness. Those at the very top of the bell curve may be choosing tools that are too complicated or don't fit their motivation at the bottom half of the curve. Challenges with virtual communities. We also have a technology curve. Some mailing lists have 10% of the members using AOL.com email addresses. Challenges with virtual communities. Problems with online systems. Many members are not digital natives. Resistant to computers. Can't manage their passwords. A question is a public statement of ignorance. We forget how intimidating it can be to make that first post. We forget how much either criticism or lack of reply can sting. Successful online community equals habits. If you could sum up a successful online community into one word, that word would be habits. Having people participate on a regular basis without even thinking about it. BJ Fogg. Only 3 things will change behavior in the long term. Have an epiphany, change your environment, take baby steps. Dr. Fogg recommends number 2 and 3. Fogg behavior model. Motivation, ability, triggers. Is a person motivated to lurk in the community or to participate? Pleasure, pain. hope, fear. Social acceptance, rejection. Does the person have the knowledge or ability to participate? Technical skills and experience to answer questions. Is it simple? Time, money, physical effort, brain cycles. Is there a trigger? Behavior activation threshold. Above behavior activation threshold, a trigger will cause the person to perform the target behavior. Below behavior activation threshold, a trigger will not lead to the target behavior. BJ Fogg says, when we use interactive technology, we can receive a trigger and perform the target behavior immediately. For the most part, we overestimate how much everyday people want to think. In general, persuasive design succeeds faster when we focus on making the behavior simpler instead of trying to pile on motivation. Email is simple. Largest and most powerful network we have. Don't have to train anybody on email. No logins or passwords to remember. Everybody has email installed on all of their devices. Most people check email first thing in the morning and last thing at night. Allows you to retain messages that are important on your own device for as long as you want. Allows you to work offline once the messages are downloaded. Allows you to work with attachments and media types that may not be allowed on a web forum. Email is a personal medium, writing as one person to another. Easy to forward an email from the group to a colleague. People retain possession of what they post to the community. Passive participation is super easy. Gives you a lot more flexibility from participants than complex platforms. Push versus pull. Push the message to them. Don't wait for them to come to you. Habits need a trigger, and email is a very effective trigger. Email serves a lot of different purposes and is easy to criticize. Even the social media like Facebook and Twitter push events to you via email. This is a problem with web message forums. What is the trigger that makes people remember to log in? Mobile first. 80% of the world's population now has a mobile phone. More people have access to smartphones than toothbrushes. 57% of American adults own a smartphone. More people use their smartphones to read email than to make calls. In August 2013, 47% of emails were opened on a mobile device. Mobile devices are now responsible for generating 13% of all internet usage worldwide, compared to just 4% in 2010. Less than half of websites and emails are optimized for mobile. Mobile first. Half of all online time is now spent on a mobile device. The total number of worldwide email accounts is expected to increase from 3.3 billion in 2012 to over 4.3 billion in 2016. 730 million of these email accounts will access email via mobile or tablet device. 52% of mobile phone owners always keep their device within arm's reach. Another 30% do so most of the time. 45% of Americans say they can't go more than a few hours without checking their phones. Mobile first. 1 in 5 check their phone every 10 minutes. 12% of adults use their smartphone in the shower. Mobile devices are the primary way people under 40 check their email. Among people over 40, well below 50% say they primarily read email on a mobile device. 14% of women between the ages of 25 and 49 will only access the web from a mobile device. Mobile first. Many young and also low-income adults use their mobile devices as their primary online devices. As workers get more mobile, for better and worse, supporting a mobile workforce's learning and performance needs requires a more flexible approach. Screen size limits what you can do, so it has to be short and focused. More Americans aged 12 and up use a cell phone, 30%, than a dedicated alarm clock, 22%, or clock radio, 15%, to wake up in the morning. According to the research, most, 75% of consumers, are highly likely to delete an email that doesn't render correctly on a mobile device. Most consumers, 80%, say it's extremely important to read email on mobile devices. KISS, push, and mobile first. A simple recipe for active online communities of practice. Function trumps form on a phone every time. Use email discussion groups that are optimized for reading and replying on their smartphones, and let your members create the user-generated content that they want by themselves for $1.50 per member per year.